Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Baldur's Gate 3, where this is it. This is the culmination of my third and final Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough, and after this I can go back to playing the game for fun, instead of for videos. Videos are fun, but it would be nice to take a little break. But before we can get there, we've got to defeat a Netherbrain. Seems easy enough.
Pristine darkness in every direction. Silence, but for the gentle, rhythmic slap of water on rock as your vessel cuts through.
It occurs to me that stalagmite just doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, were they trying to kill us then? Because if they were, then we can't bring the stones to them.
An overwhelming force pushes into your mind. The brain. It is here.
Can you smell it? The brine. It's infused with magic. The brain is here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the brain wants the nether stones that we've got. So, if that stalagmite killed us all, and we weren't able to get the brain, its stones, would it be feeling very silly? I think it probably would.
Preparing, calculating, evolving.
Whatever, mate. Let's move on and have a bit of a scrap with some brains on leg.
Prime spot for an ambush.
Excellent. Let's have a bit of an ambush. Should we split the crew up a bit? Now.
Devour.
Where you at, Carlite? There you are. Would you like to stab a fool? Would you like to stab that fool? Or would you like to shoot that fool? Because they do explode, don't they? Yeah, big brains explode. And we don't want none of that. Now we've even got a bonus action left. So we could potentially shank that one. Or we could possibly push one of them, couldn't we? Or not. So be it. There aren't any more big brains around this turn, so I guess Gale can just ping some of the others. Yeah, we don't really need to use up our crit on the little ones. But we will use it sooner or later, because it asking for reactions every single turn is a bit annoying. Now Mo. There's a couple down there. Cool. I thought Call the Week might get the job done. It certainly has. Oh, now you come out of the water. That's cheating, that is. But we do have bonus action because of our elixir. So that's nice. That one is going to explode all over Karlach if it gets the chance. And we can't have that. What if we throw it at that one? That was funny. And then we do have bonus actions left as well, so... Are we too strong to shove that one down? No, we're not. Good. I thought we might shove it all the way over the pit. But no. So that's great. Now Will. Ah, there's a third one over there. What a wretch. Rays of Fire. Oh, that might be as a result of one of our bits of gear, mightn't it? Yeah, Helldust Gloves. Give us the Rays of Fire cantrip. So, let's see. Might be nice to just set some of these buggers on fire. Well, we can't quite hit that one. Guess we could just hit that one again. Why not? Oh, and of course they got pushed back towards us. That's just poor luck. Turns out we didn't get pushed in the pool though, which it was trying to do by the look of it. Wretched things. Now. Yep. Get gone. What are you little buggers gonna do? Whole lot of nothing. Ah, and that bugger exploded all over us. What a wrench. But Karlach's still going strong. I think Gale wants to deal with this one. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. And then little ping. Because why not? Now these little buggers can just get stabbed, right? Shank. And let's see. Boom. And then Mo, you know what to do.
These creatures were not themselves. Corruption is in the air. It infects everything it touches.
So, that's warm-up fight out of the way. We like this.
Thrall. Freed. Break. Control.
Time for a confrontation with old Big Brain. Assuming we can get there. This constant stopping us from moving is quite annoying. At this point, I just want to get to the fireworks factory. There we go.
Deathly silence. The air is stale and putrid.
It's close. Have the stones ready.
Your blood slows. Your senses strung so tight they could snap in an instant.
Nice hat.
You think you know why you are here. You think you can atone for giving me my power, child of Baal, by destroying me with the Nether Stones. You are wrong.
We'll give it a go.
It's messing with your mind. Don't listen to it. Use the stones.
That sounds like an excellent plan. +5. We stand a reasonable chance of making this roll. Only 19's not enough. Do we need to make this roll?
By eliminating Ketheric, Orin, and Gortash, you have simply unbound me. Exactly as I intended. The crown is now mine to command. Mine alone.
Don't listen to it. Focus on the crown.
Yeah, let's focus on it. With our dexterity. Okay. Not a great roll. I'm pretty sure we can fail all of these. And it's just fine and dandy.
You placed the crown upon me in the depths of Moonrise Towers. And there I was born. The crown is not my weakness. It is what made me what I am. You brought the crown to me, Baalspawn, thinking the army I amassed with it would become yours. Your plan was devious, your cruelty unparalleled. I would have followed it were your mind not destroyed by your sister. But with you gone, the three pitiful chosen fought like children in your wake. I gave them power to harm one another with, while I crafted my design. I used the chosen, while they thought they used me. But the orders are now mine to give.
I won't allow it. Again, dominate it.
We are strong and mighty. We might be able to dominate the brain. But not with a roll of 15. That was a wet fart of a stroke.
When the parasite entered your ruined mind, you became a pawn in my design. Who do you think told the Chosen about the Astral Prism? Who do you think planted the knowledge of Orpheus's power and the fear of what it could do? When the Chosen sent my thralls to retrieve the prism, who do you think let the Emperor slip its leash, knowing it would be the one to bring you to me?
We were part of its plan.
You were?
I only needed one Netherstone loosened from the Chosen's grasp to guarantee my freedom. You brought all three back to me. In doing so, you have liberated me. This was your role, and it is complete. Now you will witness the grand design.
No! We have to stop this!
You don't say, Will. So here we go. Let's dominate this brain. Or not. We've got 5 chances to roll a 20. A natural 20, that is. An artificial 20 is not going to cut the mustard today, Mo. 18's pretty good. 1 chance remains. Or we're going to have to do things the hard way. And there we go. Just to illustrate how much we're having to do it the hard way, we rolled a 1. Oh well. We need to leave.
This is not over.
Time for old Brainy to go about its business. Just another fine day in Baldur's Gate. Just another world-ending cataclysm in Baldur's Gate. We've got our first squiddy sleeper agent. Your hat won't protect you now, friend.
I pulled you out just in time. The situation is worse than I thought. This is an Elder Brain, no longer. The magic of the crown has caused it to evolve.
Not as smart as you thought you were, are you?
It has become something more. Another brain.
So you didn't expect this then?
I was as surprised as you were. It has been anticipating our every move from the start. I underestimated it. We will need to rethink our plan.
Maybe it was controlling you from the start. Maybe it's still controlling you now. And you are in fact an idiot. Now then, Orpheus.
I have assessed our encounter with the Netherbrain from every angle. I know why we failed. The problem was not the stones. The problem was you. You can make only one move at a time, but the Netherbrain calculates every possible at once. It knows what you will do. It knows everything you could possibly do. You cannot outmaneuver it. To defeat it, you would have to think like an Elithid. Better yet, be one. Your mind is not capable of this. Mine is. You will give the stones to me. I will assimilate Orpheus, and then I will be able to leave this prison to face the brain.
No. That doesn't sound like a plan. There's another way. We'll free Orpheus.
You still don't trust me. After all we've been through. Remember, I have been your salvation from the very beginning. Your knight in shining armor. I freed you from the Nautiloid. Prevented you from crashing to your death. I have protected you ever since. At no small cost to myself. I came to you as a leader. But I did not shy away from showing you vulnerability. I needed you as much as you needed me. I was not above recognizing this. When you discovered my true identity, I did not flinch from the truth. I never lied to you, not once. I am just like you. We have the same enemy, the same story. I encouraged you to fulfill your potential, all while protecting you from harm. Now I ask you for the last time to trust me. Release the Netherstones to me.
That just sounds like a big old bag of manipulation. I have the hammer. I will free Orpheus.
I told you we have to trust one another. I told you the Githyanki would only want to kill you for what you are. Still, you choose to break our alliance. Even united, the Netherbrain was going to be an impossible enemy. But apart, we have no chance of survival. Very well. Since you will not work with me, you work against me. You leave me no option but to join the Netherbrain.
We'll see you later then, prick. Now, I think we have to actually equip the hammer again if we want to free Orpheus. So let's do that. Bonk. And tonk.
As the Githyanki prince takes his blade, a silent cry pierces your head. It's unlike any sensation you've ever felt.
You reek of Illithid. You stole an unborn hatchling from my people. And you slaughtered my honor guard. Nonetheless, it seems we must be allies.
Yeah.
You may address me as your majesty.
What's up, Orphe? I suppose we could be polite. We are a lady. Well met, your majesty.
Make no mistake. Were it not for our common goal, I would strangle you where you stand. Your very existence tests my self-restraint. I will neither forgive nor forget your abuse of my powers.
That was all the Emperor. I freed you at the first opportunity.
That is false.
You had the opportunity to surrender yourself to my honor guard. They would have given you a noble end. Any worthy individual destined to become Geik would have done so. My guard would have freed me, and I would have stopped the Elder Brain before it evolved into a Nether Brain. All that suffering, avoidable, were it not for the choices you made.
Your honor guard was chumps. They weren't going to save shit. But that's enough of that anyway. Whilst we bicker, the Netherbrain is executing the grand design and we need to stop it.
In this, we are aligned. I am obliged to overlook your transgressions. We will destroy the Netherbrain together, and put a stop to this nascent empire before it expands into the stars. The Geik was correct about one thing. The Netherbrain's power is beyond us. The hardest metal in the world would not cut through its mind, for it is made of thought itself. At this point, it will take an Illithid to unleash the full potential of the Netherstones.
Sounds like someone needs to become a mind flayer. Are you willing?
Just as I was free. I will do it.
Hooray!
I will become Illithid. I will sacrifice my soul for my people. I will end the grand design.
Good man, you are a true hero.
The Netherbrain will be only too pleased to claim me. Even in my darkest hours, I knew it was my destiny to save my people. I could never have imagined this would be the way. Give Tavkim crushed.
That's how it be sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta turn to a squid monster to save your people. We've all been there. I'll put some clothes on.
All to wield these. Let us seek out the Netherbrain and finish this. Once the grand design is ended, kill me. It is the very least you can do.
I mean, we do like killing things. Let's pop our big sword back on. And off we go to the High Hall. A red dragon attacking a Norsaloid. Where have we seen that before?
Chaos. Need to find a way through.
Shouldn't be too hard. I mean, we've got a choice. We can go through the sewers or we can go the top way.
Of a people in your hands. How dare you take our prince from us? How dare you parade around this abomination?
Boss, give Tavkim crush.
What?
Stand down. The true heir has spoken.
No. It can't be.
And yes, it is. Orpheus took this form so we could defeat the Netherbrain.
Orpheus. My prince. What's become of you?
The grand design must be ended. A sacrifice had to be made. The duty fell to me. I am not long for this world, or any other.
What of Vlaakith? What of our liberty?
You underestimate your own people.
Their imaginations have kept the name Orpheus alive for millennia. Bring them my message. Tell them my fate. Some will doubt. Some will mock. But some will listen. And the spark will be lit.
Githyanki freedom means nothing if the grand design comes to pass. We need your help, boss.
Find your nerve, my friend. Today, we strike at the brain. This champion holds the key to the grand design's end. Answer to her as you would to me.
Your Majesty.
I have spoken.
As you wish. I stand at the ready.
Your friendship, your constancy. When I fell to despair, they elated me. Thank you, my friend. Shavazai.
Shavazai.
Yeah, whatever that
Now,
means.
To the Netherbrain. Let it be the first victim in the war for the skies.
So, yeah, we have options. We have sewers, or we have the overground route, which is generally a bit more exciting. So I think that's the one I'm going to take. If I was super nervous about things, I'd go through the sewers, because I think it's the easier fight. But to hell with that.
We have lost much already, and we will lose more before the day is out. But even when the last soul falls, Baldur's Gate will stand. For Baldur's Gate is more than just a city. It is more than a place of opportunity for those of mercantile spirit. More than a place of refuge for those who are lost. More than a home for friends, loved ones, and adventuring souls. Baldur's Gate is a place where anyone can find what they need, if they're just willing to fight for it. Today, Baldur's Gate needs us. Today, we fight for...
Hello.
You're late, friend. This is the one you spoke of.
The very same. The champion we've been waiting for. The one who will save Baldur's Gate from ruin.
The Fist examines your Illithid ally with suspicion. He was not expecting the savior of Baldur's Gate to be accompanied by a mind flayer.
Appearances may change, but they do not mask the one within. This one, I know. Observe with whom it travelleth. Friends. This mind flare will fight with thee. It will save thy city and thy lives.
The Fist eyes your Illithid ally with suspicion, softening to curiosity. His hostility melting at the recognition that there's more behind those eyes than malice.
My steel is yours, and I'm not alone.
You helped me once. I figured it's time I paid you back. With magic.
Thanks, chick.
I have marshaled the best the Flaming Fist has to offer. We will fight to the last.
You've unexpected friends. But my debt to you still stands. The Iron Hand Gnome's firepower is yours to command. Just show us where it's needed.
The Moon Maiden's silver light is a shield in dark times. Today, it is mine to wield. And I hold her sword.
Whatever strength I have to lend, I will lend it. I will make my city proud again.
Our city, Father. Today, I fight in your honor.
I made some improvements to Ramesses' arcane artillery. Give the word and the sky falls on any who stand in your way.
I'm in the mood to crack some skulls after that fuckery in the Temple of Baal. The City Watch will be glad to oblige me.
Not sure what I have to offer a mind flare, if I'm honest. But I hope my
Not a brain.
words of encouragement and reassurance will strengthen your resolve.
The journey has been brutal, but I stand here a Hell Rider once more. And I would die a proud man if I died this day.
I want my city back. And I've brought the toughest bastards from the guild to get the job done. My people have never hunted a monster this large. They are eager to join the fray.
All the strength of the lands we healed flows through me, and from me to you. And whatever company you keep.
Nature's servant awaits.
Glad to have you with us. And not a moment too soon.
That's a lot of allies.
The air is thick with anticipation. All eyes are on you. They're expecting a speech. Something to stir their hearts and put fire in their bellies for the fight ahead.
We could let Will inspire them. It's his city.
We fight for the survival of Baldur's Gate, and we will win. I cannot promise that this is the last time I will ask you to fight for your future, your lives, and your city. But I can promise you this: whatever crisis we face, whatever danger threatens, your Grand Duke will always fight beside you. My blade is yours. Now, let's kill ourselves a nether brain.
Hurrah!
Well said. We'll prepare ourselves. We'll be ready when you call upon us. Balduran's grace be with you.
Wonderful. Let's go kick in a big pile of shitbags. Camera immediately messes up.
Bodies, bloods, this is the dream. Knew I was smart to sneaks in. The Skelly boy said I could stay if I sold your stuff. So hurry up. Buy, buy, buy!
Yeah. Do we need to buy anything? Probably not. We could have got some other elixirs though. Cloud Giant Strength. Psychic Resistance. But yeah, I don't think we need to buy.
Don't go dying. I'll be real mad.
Thanks, Carl. Who are the other vendors in here? Volo and Barkers, okay. Now, the way forward. Up these stairs, right? We've all got 30 HP. So we've got Spirit of the Land, extra movement speed and such.
Dragons overhead. Stay low.
We've got Volo's Guide, so we gain attack roll, saving throws and ability checks and whatnot. We've rallied from Duke Ravengard, so we've got 30 temporary HP. Arabella's given us freedom of movement. Orpheus gives us a bunch of bonuses as well. Wonderful. I think we're good to go. Now.
Fall back! Fall back!
Blimey.
Leave him be! We have to keep running!
I mean, it's a pile of ash now, so yeah, let's leave Matthew. What's happening here?
Mind Flayer! Mind Flayer!
It's over.
Kill it then.
There's a glimmer of something beyond his words, but in a moment it's gone, consumed with fear.
One last run, then we're clear.
Nope, see you later, cowards. So last time I came here, sneaking worked pretty well for us. So maybe we need a bit of that once again. Let's see. We've also got flight, so that could help us out. But maybe we don't need it right away. We got a little sneaking that Orpheus is doing. So up we come. There are buggers over there, but I don't think they're that fussed about us right now. Let's see. Well, pow. Mistress of Souls can take a beating. Down they go. I should have probably raged, you know. It looks like a bunch of folks are in the fight, but maybe not everyone. So moving forward might trigger extra people. But at the same time, maybe it won't. You can get smacked. Orpheus, what are you going to do to pass the time? There's an adept over there. So maybe we should go and deal with them? you're in the fight now. Okay, now you can't do shit because you're in the fight and it's not your turn. Okie doke. Karlach, you're sneaky. Do you want to come up this side? Or do you have to come up the same way? Maybe you have to come up the same way. Do we want everyone to come up top? Karlach may well be sneaky enough to just slip through the gap there. No, she's been spotted. Okay. I think we will just get everyone in the rumble. But if we can get close to people before we get spotted, that's probably a good thing. Will can just say to heck with subtlety and fly up top. Gale. Maybe you can do the same. Maybe you fly up to that tippity top bit there. Can't quite... You can fly up there, for sure. You can climb this ladder. Can you hit things from up here? Probably, is the answer. Yeah, you've hit that bugger for sure. Cool, so we're all in the fight. Now, what are you going to do, Mo? There's very little left that you can do because you've used up your actions. Okay. Karlach, on the other hand, has stuff that she can do. Like, she could reach that bugger and stab them up a bit. I think that's probably wise. Damn. That was a hit. I don't think we need a crit there. And then she could potentially just dash on a bit. Yeah, she can reach that one without triggering anyone else to join the fun. Will can definitely hit that one. Can probably hit it with all in, but no, let's just go for that. That was good damage. Now, can you just shove them? Okay, they're not in a position where they can be shoved off the edge, it seems. That's a shame. Just hit them then. Oh, I should have actually used my bonus action there. And then we would have had another chance to hit things with other attacks. Because if I'd used my bonus action there, then I could have come down here and hit this one. But now I've only got the one extra attack. Although he's only got one bonus action. Yeah, ignore me. I'm talking shit, because he's only got one bonus action, so there was no way we were getting more than 3 attacks off this turn.
Finding my way.
I'm just talking bollocks. Now, Gale. Nice. Wasn't expecting a kill there. I just thought I'd annoy him. Winged Horror calls for help. Okay. Goblins don't do a great deal because they're goblins. Zealots and a Mind Flayer. So Zealot does a big bounce. Fails to hit Karlach. Good.
Join us.
Mind Flayer is just a prick. Karlach's got psychic resistance, so she didn't take a lot of damage there, but she was stunned, and I don't like that. Now, Orpheus. Do you want to just speed things up by, like, doing the same move on these buggers? Mind Blast, isn't it? Good. That's cleaned up the action economy quite a lot. And let's see. This lot aren't in the fight yet. So that's great. Karlach is stunned. Can we help Karlach? Maybe. I'm not sure. No, it doesn't remove stunned. No, you're calling for help. So we probably want you to get smashed in the face. Wonderful. You're just a prick, so we want you out of the way. Damn. And then you... I hate you. Have a hit. Yeah, there's not a lot of enemies left, to be honest. Will could fly to that guy. Yeah, we don't need to worry about high ground or low ground because we can all fly. So we'll just smack that guy a bit. Should have probably used a booming blade. But that's okay. Path is interrupted. No great surprise. What if we flew to there though? I'm not sure if path would still be interrupted. Maybe we are best off just flying down with Gale. That way we can guarantee that we can get a shot on this lad. Didn't kill him, unfortunately. But what if we flew back up now? Because crossbows will definitely be able to hit the lad. We've got high ground now. Dang it. Yeah, you try and hit Will. And as for you, can't reach the other Mind Flayer, really. But we can sort of float down here. What are we going to do to this lad? Tentacle whip? More than enough. Good. What are you going to do, Mind Flayer? Magic missile? Actually hurt quite a bit. Not impressed with that. But there we go. That's fight one out of the way. Would everyone like to fly up and say hello to Mo again? So, there's those guys over there. I don't think we need to worry about the element of surprise. Because they're just a bunch of feeble knobheads. Yeah, they're all a bit pissed. One problem with breaking up the fight this way, though, is that we lost our rage. But maybe that's fine. Let's move on in. Smack you. Gives us a bonus attack. It's like 3 natural ones, I think, that we've rolled so far. Which is kind of unfortunate. We could potentially just shove them. Where would they end up? Nowhere in particular. Okay. But we soften them up good and proper. Karlach can definitely reach them, I would think. Certainly with a cunning dash, but possibly in general. Don't think we need to use our crit. And then, let's see. Yeah, we can't reach the other lad. So let's... Cunning dash, just to make sure that we're separated a bit. Just in case of Mind Blast.
Onward.
Although we might not be able to avoid lining the crew up, just because we're all getting to move before old Mind Flayer friend. Nice damage. Now you've charmed Gale? Yeah. Can't attack the spellcaster. That's fine. Will, do you have any hope of reaching our man this turn? You do? Well, I never. Almost misclicked and ran away, but thankfully we're out of movement speed. So that's another bunch down. Heavy oak doors. Don't think we need to go that way, do we? No, just give us sort of high ground on a bit more fighting over there, perhaps. Although it would also allow us to jump across there. Is this kind of... No, it's not the same place that you can enter if you go through the sewers. But what if we popped up here? Maybe we can avoid any more fights. We can avoid that spectator and just move on with our lives. Yeah. This is kind of working. The rest of the crew want to join us? It seems maybe not. Who have we got? We've got Gale with us. I don't know if everyone else would teleport to us automatically in a cutscene. So let's see if we can't persuade the others to join us. Oh heck, it started. By the look of it. There's explosions and whatnot. There we go. I was wondering when the actual fight would begin here. But it's begun.
Nautiloid. Need to get to the brain. Now.
Yeah, we do. We can get to the brain. We can fly and such. So, let's start by flying up here. Bonking that. Maybe then just fly straight up here. Can we do that? Cannot find path. Cannot reach destination. Why are you telling me that I can do that then? There we go. And then, what if we pick you up, Invoker of Baal, and we throw you back down there somewhere? Let's throw you at that Intellect Devourer. Nice. That was funny. I'll never tire of throwing things at other things. And then we've got a bonus action, so we may as well smack that loud. Just while we can. Now, Karlach. You probably can't get quite as far this turn, but you can get up here. With another flight, you might be able to stab up that guy. All sorts of things popping off there. And then let's see. That's about it for Karlach's turn. Will is definitely not going to be able to reach anywhere important, I don't think. You could potentially try and shift this crumbling statue, not that we need it, because we can all just fly up anyway. But you could try. Orpheus probably can make it up top. Give that guy a good tentacle whip. That was an excellent attack. And then he's got a second one. Wonderful. I didn't think I'd get that guy down this turn, but we did. Now, Gale. I suppose we could just dash, couldn't we? We just need to get one person up to the top. Ah, there is another Intellect Devourer there, though. At least we can annoy it with a shot. What are you going to do? Not a lot. Reinforcements.
We need to get to the brain. Now.
We can get to the brain. It's fine. We just need to fly a bit, is all. Whee. And then we could dash. We could fly a bit more. We could crack open that door. This whole time you've been able to string together full sentences. You were just messing with us before, weren't you, when you were just chucking out random words here and there. Now, I guess the healing thing that's supposed to be in here isn't here, because I'm not seeing a healing thing. I'm sure it's normally there. So I guess we just have to go up and save the day. There's a potion. I suppose that's a start. We can have a short rest.
That'll have to do.
That will do.
Thought occurs to you as you gaze at the monstrosity above. Gale's orb remains an option, one that could put an end to the Absolute once and for all.
You're plotting something, aren't you? Come on then, out with it. I'd rather know before we take on that cerebral monstrosity.
He doesn't want to blow himself up right now. If this was like a genuine honor mode and I was doing it for the first time, I would send him up there without a second thought just to get my golden dice. But I'm not fussed about that. Just reminding myself of our plan. We attack the brain and then Orpheus.
As viable a plan as any while staring into the maw of perdition. Shall we?
Let's do it. Hold on tight, gang. We made it. All is well. Nothing could possibly go wrong at this moment in time.
There it is. The crown of Karsus. The site of power. The site of domination.
The Netherstones might prove more effective if we use them now.
My gods! I didn't think they were real. Not really.
I know you. I know everything about you. Your thoughts, your feelings, your weaknesses. And so do they.
The crown, up ahead. Time to cast the spell again and break its will.
I'm not even a little bit scared of those goons and that prick. We're going to be fine. But maybe we call in some help, just because we can. Kithraki Inferno. Command the Red Dragon of Voss to breathe a wall of fire on the battlefield. That's cool. I kind of thought that was his Red Dragon, but I guess that's just a Red Dragon. Floric's personal guard. We basically just want some buggers to just cover the battlefield. Ronan's Firestorm, 20 to 160 damage. It's enough to beat the Dream Guardians. But yeah, we just want to gum up the field of battle with some dudes. Zevlor's Hell Riders. That won't summon Zevlor himself, will it? just as Hell Riders? Either way, let's get Commander Keen's fixers in, because they are a cool bunch. And while they keep everyone busy, we will possibly use a dash, because we can. And then we will fly to there. We don't want to touch the brain, because we don't want tentacles. Oh, there's one. Either way, let's move up as far as we can, because these mind flayers need to get kicked in the face ASAP. I'm guessing we can't just shove them to their doom. They're just going to fly back up, aren't they? Yeah. Pricks. Which other allies should we bring in? The Gur Hunt Wardens. The Silver Harp Squadron. No, let's get the Hell Riders. Zevlor, we need you boys. Okay, something's already popped off and stunned a bunch of people. That's possibly not ideal. But hell with it. Let's get Karlach to do a similar move to... No? Okay, not quite as far it seems. Almost as far. Will. Should you summon Florix, folks? And then you can come this way. It does summon a bit more tentacle, but that's fine. You do your best to get as far as you can. It's a shame that you haven't got cunning dashes or similar. You've got a little way. As for you, Gale, who else shall we bring in? We might have run out of like frontliners, unless you count Dame Aelin. And I think we do.
Dame Aelin, your light must shatter this darkness.
Yeah. And then off we go, Gale. Don't stand down there. You might get tentacled if you're not careful. Orpheus, which way are you going to go? Because we need you at the front lines as well. Because you're the one who's going to allow us to fight the Netherbrain properly. No, you can actually attack this turn. How does this feel about Psychic? It doesn't actually like it very much. Oh, it's got shield though. What a fuck. Either way, get fucked. Now, what's everyone else going to get up to? Lady Lockjaw is going to shoot one of the Illithid. That's great. Oh, Zevlor is in the fight. And he's just done a buttload of damage to the Emperor, I think. Yeah. Good. Vow of Enmity. Does that encourage the dragon to fight that lad? Maybe. Dream Guardians can charm people? Well, that's fine, they'll just move somewhere else and hit a tentacle. Dame Aelin. We've actually got control of Dame Aelin. Okay. So she can fly in and potentially smack the Emperor a bunch. Lunar Smite. That sounds promising. Yes. May as well just hit him again. Yeah. The Emperor's going to be down in no time. Fist Defender can't really do a lot. They're just a fist. But that's fine. They're trying their best. Hush on Gale. Silence him with a silent command. I don't like that. To level 1. Should we counter spell? Okay, that one's just going to follow up the same. What a prick. And they can Misty Step about the battlefield. Hush on Will. Counter that. Didn't really need to counter it. Will's not really using spells all that much. What happens if I shove these guys off the edge? Do they die? Hush on Karlach. Don't really care. So we'll just use backlashes. Now these buggers are going to magic missile, probably. Oh, dominated Lady Lockjaw. That's unfortunate.
Perfection. Yield to it.
What would you know about perfection, you prick? Dame Aylin's been dominated. Oh, and he's drunk a potion. What a shit. And now his concentration's been broken because he tried to move. And got hit. Love it. Yeah, that's what I was expecting, is magic missiles. Don't want dominations, really. Red Dragon's just gonna do a lot of violence down there, yeah. Ooh, Crown of Karsus gave them a smack. Dazed. Weak grip. Disadvantage on saving throws. That's all a bit horrible. 56%. Is that because of weak grip? It would be, wouldn't it? We could counter it, one supposes, with a reckless attack of some sort. Or we could even turn off all in for now. Fuck you. Get smacked. I want some temporary HP. Maybe a potion. Oh, we've got no bonus action stuff. No, we haven't, have we? Oops. Now, Karlach. Yeah, you've got the same problem. You can't even turn off all in. Would have been nice to connect there, but alas. Nice. Could have been worse then. Now Keen's fixers are fighting each other. That's not great. Yeah, I'm curious if we can just shove you off things, but I also don't really want to find out. I want to deal with these Illithid. Oh, for God's sake, Will, now is not the time for a critical miss. You absolute wretch. And you provoke an opportunity attack if you try to run past the bugger, so stay there. Oh, Zevlor's almost dead. That's unfortunate. But he did say he'd die a happy man today if he did die, so it seems likely to happen, to be honest. Gale's just silent, so we can't do a whole lot. 20% chance to hit with the old crossbow. But really, what else is he going to do? He can force tunnel. He could Psionic Overload. Amazing. He actually hit with the crossbow and killed the weak. I always believed in Gale. Don't move near the dragon, you muppet. Opportunity attacks and dragons are no laughing matter. A lot of our crew are getting wrecked here. I suppose Gale might have been able to call in more allies even though he was silenced. But that's not an issue now because he got his thing off. He did what he wanted to do. Can we mind blast one of these lads? We can, and it's stunned. Can we eat his brain? Delicious. We need a full action to compel the crown though, so that's it for Orpheus' turn. Let's see how our allies are getting on. Where did Emperor go? There he is. Right then, you. Oh, God's sake, it's another crit miss. There we go. That's one prick dead. Lunar Blessing? Why not? Let's moonbeam ourselves. Now, how are our allies getting on? Sonic suggestion, flee. We don't want that. Oh, I shouldn't have used Orpheus's. Yeah, I used Orpheus's reaction up on a Psionic Backlash when I really shouldn't have done. Lady Lockjaw is dominate again. She is weak of mind. Magic missile on who though? I would like to know who it's on. Zevlor, no! Oh well. Fist attacker gets dominated, that's fine. Red Dragon does what exactly? It's fine, probably. I think we might need more allies. I don't like what the crown does every turn. It's unfortunate. Oh god, and it's done it to Orpheus. That sucks. Now, we can definitely hit this guy. Nice. Can we kill this guy? We can. Can we kill his friend? We can. Wonderful. This turn was everything we wanted from Mo. So Karlach, do you want to call in some more allies just to keep everyone busy? Iron Hand Gnomes? They can throw grenades about the gaff. The Watch. Come on in, the Watch. I'm sure you'll do a wonderful job.
Show us what Baldur's Gate is made of.
Yeah. Show us how good the Watch is. We'll just stand over here somewhere. Oh, Lady Lockjaw killed Lady Crew.
Get to the crown and cast the spell. Dominate the Netherbrain. Let me take care of this.
That's just rude. Do we want to deal with these guys? We need Orpheus to have his turn. But he's not having his turn yet, so I guess we've got a turn or two for these two to act. We can use the Balm of the Moon Maiden. That might be nice. Yeah, let's work our way towards where we need to be. At the very least. And then Isabel can help out the crew. Is it really necessary? Where's Dame Aylin? Is she within range? Yeah, she is. Blam. Big heals. Everyone liked that. Gale. I worry that if we're all too close, the crown is going to hit multiple people at once with its abilities. But what else can we do, really? Yeah, you hit Tentacle. They're playing their part. Now, we're channeling that for what, 1 turn? Yep. Dame Aelin can... I mean, she could keep these Dream Warriors busy. That was a decent hit. Maybe I should have used another summon on Gale instead of that firebolt that didn't really do a whole lot for anyone. Yeah, arrest that dragon. I think we're a bit beyond arresting at this point. Hush on Gale again. Are we that fussed? Oh, nice. The psionics worked. Grovel on Orpheus. We don't want that. We need Orpheus to do his thing. Nice. I was really hoping for a crit there, and we got one. No, you're going to get distracted by the watch. Good. And your domination has been broken. That's good. Fist Defender did a great job of distracting the dragon.
This is it. Keep the enemy away until the brain is completely subdued.
Yeah. This turn, the brain is going to do its thing. So do we have many allies left? We got some gnomes. We got a Kithraki Inferno we could drop down. We got Roland's Firestorm and some Harpers and some Gur. Maybe we just spend this turn keeping the battlefield busy. Grenadiers. They're probably best off standing up here somewhere. I would like some allies to be over here to distract this Dream Guardian. Yeah. Come on, Harpers. Work your magic. And then... now we're just down to general bits and bobs. I guess we could drop a Firestorm on some tentacles. Why not? Bam!
The brain is weakened. This is our chance.
Let's roll.
Even bound, its will is stronger than anything you've ever felt. The chains shake, threatening to break at any moment.
It's vulnerable, but not defeated. Use the portal. We will bring it down together. Its will is weakening. The brain is almost defeated.
So what are we looking at here? Brain. Chains of Casters. Yeah, we've got 5 turns. Silent Retribution. As reaction to taking damage, it releases Brainquakes. Brainquakes... yeah, they just mind break people. Very well. So what can you do for us, Orpheus? You could fly in, for a start. It doesn't have any resistances. so that's promising. You could perhaps slow it with a black hole. A potent concentrated blast, though. 9d6 psychic. 21 damage. 9d6s. And we rolled 21 damage. Amazing. Now, Dame Aylin, can you join us? Can you go through the portal? I'm not sure. Doesn't look as though you can this turn. Unless you can dash. But no, it doesn't look as though you can. Okay. Maybe you want to just sort of lounge about then. No, we don't want flee on Gale. Dang. That was some damage. Now, what are you up to? Orb of Negation. Okay, so you're taking down those platforms and those platforms. Quite a lot of platforms by the look of it. It's not great. So it's taking out nearly all of the things. Aegis of the Absolute. Immune to all types of damage it took the previous round until the start of its next turn. So only one or two of the platforms next to it are actually valid right now. That's kind of awkward because Mo needs to stand close to things to hit them. Blam. But hit them she can. No, she can't use reactions, but that's okay. She doesn't seem to be able to attack again. But she can get some temporary HP. So Karlach wants to stand in the same sort of spot. Sneak attack. Bees. Not enough movement to Booming Blade. There we go. Damn! That was damage. And then I guess we'll just stab it a bit more. Jeez! We like this. Gale can't come in just yet. So it's up to Will to decide what to do next. He can stand next to the others on that platform, it seems. I believe he is on... It's kind of hard to tell, but I think he's on the right platform. And he got in a good hit there. Probably use up some of the spell slots, you know. Decent damage once again. Now, I believe if we were to use Mystical Sphere of Amazingness, we can prevent old Netherbrain from removing platforms. Plus it will keep our crew alive. So maybe we drop one of these. I don't think the Netherbrain is going to be in range of it. I might need to be careful about where I place it. I think the smart play might be to move it back a bit, just to make sure that the brain is not in its hitbox. That looks ideal. That looks like it's hit everyone except the brain. Maybe it hasn't hit Will? I'm not sure. Ping, miss. Okay. Now, Orpheus. It's immune to psychic damage this turn, right? But that's all it's immune to. It's vulnerable to piercing. All you've got, though, is psychic damage, yes? Yes. So I guess your turn might just be spent moving. You are no longer marked for negation. What are you going to get up to? Okay, so our platform has been marked for negation. But this is where I'm fairly sure the orb is going to save us, if required. We might even just kill it this turn. But yeah, that platform there, that was marked, and yet it's still standing. Now, you are immune to piercing, slashing, acid, thunder, necrotic, fire, and radiant. If we were to stab you with Karlach, would you then suddenly become vulnerable to piercing? Or are we just not doing a lot of damage this turn? Okay, so we can't override that in that sort of fashion. That's okay, that's good to know. We just need this sphere to stay up for one more turn. And then we're good, hopefully, to deal the rest of the damage. None of our spells are really going to do much for us. Mo can't really do much. She can attack to keep her rage up. But that's about it. And at least the brain is bleeding now. What does bleeding do? Is it a particular type of damage? Slashing damage. So that's not really going to affect it either. But at least we've annoyed it a bit, maybe. And it's immune to radiant. It's immune to thunder. It's not immune to fire damage though, is it? Oh yeah, it is. When did I do fire damage to it last turn? Oh, probably those Hellrider gloves or whatever that we've got on. Force? Force might be our only option. Scale. You could use Eldritch Blast. You could use a level 5 magic missile. For a smidge of damage. And now this turn, it's not immune to psychic anymore. So we could use a potent concentrated blast and hope for more damage than last time. 22 damage. I mean, yes, I was hoping for more damage than last time, but come on, game.
Obey.
You are not taking our platform today, friend. No? Amazing. Now this is the turn. This is the turn where we hopefully win the game. There goes our sphere. But maybe that's fine. Big smash. Hellish Rebuke, level 5. Can't use a second attack. Can use Pommel Strike. Get dazed, son. Karlach. Sneak attack. Luck of the Fire Realms. Oh! Oh! The damage is real! Karlach saves the day. Honor mode is bested.
Reconsider. Assess. Implore. Surrender.
There. At last. It is subdued.
Spare me. Join me. Wield me. Become absolute.
And thus, I honor my mother's legacy. The grand design, once again, ended by my line.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought, and it's taking all of Orpheus's strength to keep it there. An opportunity, perhaps.
We've spent the entire game resisting temptation. We are not going to turn on Orpheus right now. Go ahead, friend. Command the brain to destroy all the tadpoles and then itself.
Nightmares and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn Illithids. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. Your tadpole burns in your brain. Silence. Free of urge and worm, your brain is battered and bruised. But it is yours. Yours at last.
Now we just got to worry about the fact that we are plunging from the sky on top of a dying brain. It's gonna be fine. They'll be fine. The fish will be fine. Everyone's going to be fine. Those guys are like, well, our escape plan failed. Suppose we better save the day.
Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
You know, I think it was. But the sacrifices might not be over yet.
The loss of a mind is a terrible thing, but this time, I think I'll make an exception.
My powers, they're draining. Just like Mizora said they would. A small price to pay in the grand scheme of things.
It's over. It's truly over. Against all odds, we cured ourselves. Free from the parasite. Free from the prospect of ceremorphosis. I can hardly believe it. We will not become accursed Illithids. Not to cast any slight on you, of course. Your present form is but a sign of your gallantry.
Even when my time in the prism stretched out like eternity, when escape seemed impossible, I never lost hope. I knew that my destiny was to liberate my people, to return to them triumphant. I was wrong. It seems I can only fulfill one part of my destiny. My people will be liberated, but I cannot return to them. Not like this. You helped me destroy that abomination. Now help me destroy myself. You must kill me.
Seems only fair. You did a lot for us.
Lae'zel, I need your promise. Carry my hope. Carry my burden. Call my dragons, Kulos and Kuthos, and ride to the Astral Sea. Destroy Vlaakith. Release our people. Be our future and our legacy.
She can do it. She should do it. Your people need you, Lae'zel.
It will be done. I will never be free while my people are still bound by Vlaakith's chains.
Enough talk. Give me my freedom. Freedom from this form.
You're a mind flayer, but you're still you, aren't you?
Yes. But for how long? My mind screams. It will never stop until it has slipped away from me entirely. I will not be Ghaik. I did what I did to save my people. The rest is up to them. Someone else must rise within the ranks to lead the revolution against Vlaakith. Give me my freedom from this form. Release my soul to the astral seas, while I still have one to call my own.
Who are we to deny him the honourable death that he craves? Farewell, Orpheus. You're a hero.
Githka Tavkim crashed.
Kulos!
Lae'zel got a red dragon after all.
I can never forget you. Your name will be etched in our slates. You will be called Mlargir, Liberator.
Nice. Farewell, Lae'zel. Your time in this playthrough was brief, but you were useful.
To the skies!
The Githyanki leave, at last. I feared they would make this world their own.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city. Smouldering, waiting to be rebuilt. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
Why do you furrow your brows so, wizard? Boo says your abominable bat-cat has probably survived.
The crown. It's somewhere in the Gionthar.
I'm fairly sure Tara survived.
If I salvage the stones, I can reforge it. The power of Karsus would be in my hands. But what then? What would I do with it once I have it?
Such power is not meant for morsels, Gale. Retrieve the crown, give it to Mystra.
Sage and timely counsel as always. And I intend to heed it. A wise man learns from his mistakes and strives not to repeat them. I shall bring the crown to Mystra. She'll cure me of my affliction. And I'll finally be free.
And you'll be a chosen again, probably.
And a more deserving one this time around. If this adventure has taught me anything, it's that there are things in this world far more valuable than power. Besides, growing quite fond of this merry band of ours, but I'd quite like to see what happens to it. I'm sure Mystra will summon me soon enough, but until then, I propose we celebrate our victory the mortal way, with a drink in our hands and reckless abandon in our hearts.
Ah, that might be the smartest thing you've ever said, Gale. What do you think? Time for a quick one? Before the work begins again?
Does sound good. We should probably stay in the city, though. Help to rebuild it.
Minsk has flattened parts of the city before. The Masons, they seem to prefer he stand and watch.
I honestly don't mind what we do once we get to the... Ow! What the... Oh no. Oh God.
Oops.
Well, it was nice when it lasted. Ah! I'm sorry. I have to go.
We will find you, Astarion. And Boo will bring a sunflower!
Minsk always knows what to say.
We did it, soldier. The city's going to be all right. And so are you.
I'm not going to be alright without you, Karlach.
Engine's finally cooked. Held on just long enough. So, how'd I do?
You're spectacular in every way.
For you. And for the city, and for myself, and blah blah. But most of all, for you. Careful! Hot! How'd I do? Spectacular! Ah, it's the one thing I can't beat, isn't it? Same below as above. I love you. You, more than anything, I saw... Oh, God! Goodbye, son. Goodbye, sea. Goodbye.
No. There will not be a goodbye. I'm not going to allow this. You're going to live. We're going to Avernus. Together.
You can't.
I know why you're afraid, Karlach. I know why you don't want to go, but I will be with you this time. I won't leave your side.
All right. All right. But we have to go. Now. I can't hang on much longer.
It's over. And it's all because of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid Empire, no Death God's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, we are. And now we're in Avernus.
Well, soldier, here we are. It worked. My engines calmed down. I shouldn't have let you come here. This isn't going to be easy, you know. Zariel's going to come at us with everything she's got. Gods, like clockwork. They'll be on us soon, but there's just enough time. Thought I was done with these. But then, there was you.
Well, smoke him if you got him.
Imps are fast, but careless. Don't let them tire you out, just get rid of them. And don't forget, you asked for this. Better let these fuckers know I'm back. And this time, I'm not alone.
Yeah.
When the invitation came, you were hip-deep in Lemur's slime, swarmed by hell wasps, and about to drive the killing blow on a magma claw. Cutting through the dreadful buzz of the wasps and the screams of the damned, a familiar, comforting voice echoed in your mind. Withers, he requested your attendance in Faerun, to gather with your friends and allies, those who stood against the Absolute at your side. A reprieve from the Blood War. A few hours of respite with the stars above and good company to cheer you. Karlach's heart can take the strain of leaving Avernus for a few short hours, but it might burst with joy to see those friends again.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
We're still mind broken. It's been a few months. That was quite an effect. But this is the first time I've ever actually made it to the epilogue. My previous two playthroughs, as you may have watched, didn't have this scene, and all the other times I completed the game, the epilogue didn't even exist yet. So, time for some chat, I think. How you doing, Scratch?
There's something strange in your old friend's mouth. What is it?
What are you doing with that, boy? Come here, little man. Oh, he's a good boy. Oh, he's such a good boy.
A familiar invitation. He wants you to throw the object he's dropped. But it isn't a ball. It's the astral prism.
Where exactly did you find this, Scratch?
He whines. Let's talk, more throw.
Well, I'm just glad that Withers remembered to invite my favourite companion.
Scratch barks merrily in something like agreement.
He's a good boy. I guess the astral
I am
prison.
becoming accustomed
Oh, it is
to the
there.
taste of sun-fed plants.
Are we able to throw it? Where did I leave the dang thing? There it is. Maybe? Can we scoop it? Oh, he wants throws. Yes, he does. Well, we've picked it up for sure.
I expect there have been other
Scratch.
reunions to which I was not invited.
There we go. You're not bringing it back? No, he's just going to play with it. Okay. Yeah, let's have a chat with Minty. We didn't see much of her in this playthrough, but she helps at times.
So, here we are. A gathering of allies at a cold campsite with no servants to attend us and few luxuries to enjoy. Ah, we could have been conquerors. We could have ruled these realms as gods. Do you ever regret that we did not take control of the Netherbrain?
No. I did not escape Val's influence to become a monster of my own free will.
Do you think of all rulers as monsters? Conquest need not end in blood and ashes. You could have built a greater world than this. I shall not dwell on the past, though. The future is unwritten and rich with possibilities.
What mark have you been making, Minty?
I feared that returning to the Underdark as an apostate of Lolth would be an act of madness. Perhaps it was. If so, it is a madness that fits me well. Rebels swarm to my cause, and even if it takes centuries, I will reclaim my house in Menzoberranzan. And make the Spider Queen bleed.
Sounds like you need no help from me.
Naturally. A fledgling god is of little use where my plans are concerned. You may observe my works if you lack sufficient occupations of your own, but do not interfere. Unless you wish to learn how fleeting divinity can be. I fear I am
She will do very well, I'm sure. Lae'zel, how's the rebellion going?
The Hell's Walker returns. For 2 months I trained the Knights of the Comet. For 2 more I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through Limbo. I never imagined we'd be standing toe-to-toe on this day, in this place. Nothing but allies, I always told myself. A necessary partnership. But in spite of every strained word, every barbed glance, seeing you brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head.
Well, that's amazing news. It's good to see you too.
It's nice to hear it. It's taken a dozen Gish's talents, a few stolen psi crystals, and 2 10 days of effort to conjure my projection. Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This Fey Run.
She did her best. Your efforts to topple Vlaakith are well underway, I guess.
We've spilled blood, gained a foothold in the astral, but still we need allies. And one beyond reckoning has made itself known. Zereth Minyaragith.
What's that?
Not a what, but a who. The immortal god king of the Githzerai. An exiled people. Once kin with mine, until the madness of civil war ripped our one sky into 2. Our Gish sent word of the rebellion to Minyaragith through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance.
That's a fine choice. Your tongue is as learned as your blade.
My blade is keen as ever. But it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge. Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck. Minyara Gith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And if he refuses, I carry on. Gravity pulls me in but one direction. I am the comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. My people will be free. But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable charm.
Sounds like she's learned a thing or two about sarcasm. Well, good luck, Lae'zel.
And to you, always. Now go, mingle a bit. That's the word, right? Mingle. But don't think you've seen the last of me. I'll be back. Sure as the comet will rise. Sure as Kalir will forever circle the sun.
She's the best. Shadowheart, how are things going with you?
Starting to wonder if you'd show up.
Of course I did. You lot can hardly manage without me.
You can say that with a straight face after all the times I had to come to your aid. Oh, come here, will you? It's been forever.
Yeah.
You feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take it.
You're calling me chubby.
Filled out and healthy is what I was going for. Don't tell me you miss living off whatever scraps we found in crates and barrels. I'm glad you seem well. Truly.
Tell me what you've been up to.
Wandering, mostly. The adventuring life is almost a tonic when you're not constantly threatened by brain monsters and cultists. I can finally see the world beyond the cloister.
Well, go on, tell us then. Where have you been? What have you seen?
One of my first stops was the House of the Moon in Waterdeep. It's the largest temple of Selûne in existence. It seemed like the perfect spot to reflect on my parents, on where they came from. And where I came from too, I suppose. Hard to imagine, isn't it? Me, of all people, in the lair of the Moon Witch herself. God, your truest act of heroism was putting up with all that char and drivel I was spouting for so long.
Your parents would be proud of you.
Oh, I know they are. I can still sense them, I think. And one day we'll be reunited.
What's next for you?
I don't know. Which is just the way I like it just now. Perhaps I'll just stick a pin in a map and see what I find, or head to the docks in the morning and scrounge a berth to find somewhere new. I'd like to see the islands, maybe, or head south to Arm. I heard there's an enclave of werecats that hunt the followers of dark gods by moonlight. I'd love to see if there's any truth to that. But enough about me. What have you been up to?
Well, you know, Blood War.
Don't be a stranger.
Now, there's a face I know well indeed.
Hello, Volo.
It's the star of the show. Our humble protagonist who forsook Baal to save the city. Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post.
Get yourself into yet more trouble, I presume, Volo?
Always, my friend. But the villain I must needs slay today is my greatest yet. A deadline. You won't be surprised to find I'm soon to publish a little holiday read about our adventures together. I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think?
I feel you can do better than that. There were more than just the two of us.
Oh, terribly sorry, but you mistake me, my friend. I'm only accepting complimentary feedback at this time. Perhaps, once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you can just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you. Hmm? Ah, your success really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to, and I'd love to listen in.
You see, Boo?
Jeez, he never stops.
I need a quick word.
Halsin!
You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. But now, our paths cross once more.
Feelings mutual, Halsin. I've missed you.
We have all pined for each other's company, I sense. I cannot imagine otherwise after what we shared. That bond was forged in a crucible that can never be stoked again, Oak Father willing. It is a bond that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I know it can, for I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day.
I'm sorry I didn't use you much in this playthrough, if at all. But who knows? Future's ours to write. Who knows what we might yet share together.
You are right, of course. I am accustomed to dwelling on the past, even when it brought me nothing but unhappiness. You changed that, and gave me the most precious of memories. Now the task is to make yet more of them, so that each reunion shall be all the sweeter. And who's to say we need to make such gatherings a rare occasion? My hearth is yours to warm yourself beside always. Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing.
Stay eager a little longer. I'll come back to you later.
Ah, as you wish. Enjoy yourself.
There you are.
I'm not coming back to him
hoping you'd make your
later.
way over.
Jaheira!
Well now, you can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to.
That makes one of us.
Oh, forgive me. I am simply excitable. It is good to be out under an open sky once more. My first, since the reconstruction began. We left quite a mess behind. But the city begins to look something like itself once more. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers. Same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon. Same cisterns overflowing. Huh.
Yep, good old Baldur's Gate. The Baal Temple still stands through the carnage.
An empty throne. Thanks to you. The city will not be long in burying it. Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity. Perhaps all three. But nothing I will sniff at any longer. Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two, if they don't expel her. Again.
What have you been up to?
There is still much to do. People to house. A Harper network to rebuild. I may have little love for this city, but so long as my family chooses to serve it, I can do no less. For all your travels, I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Home. Whatever that means to you.
It means by Karlach. We are each other's home in wild Avernus.
Karlach is lucky to have you. And know that you are not forgotten. If your friends don't drag you from the hells, it will only be because you freed yourself first. But there will be more to discuss on that matter. First, I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
Surely not. Who would do such a thing? Who we got left? We got Old Minsk. We got Astarion, Grand Duke Will, Gale, Karlach. We've actually got quite a few people left. This could go on for a bit. But I want to indulge myself. I've not seen any of this before. So I'm having fun. I hope you are too. Minsk.
Ah, breathe deep, Boo!
Boo!
The smell of heroes sings from every stone in this place. Ah, to meet again where your journey began, my friend. An honor. For Minsk and his hamster both. Oh, and for Happy also.
Yes. Honored, of course.
Hello, Happy. It's good to see you, Minsk. And Boo. And Happy.
See how your very presence snatches the breath from his chest? And it is no wonder. It is just this day that Happy learned of your legend, while we gazed down upon the very city you saved.
He dangled me from the high hall, upside down, for 2 hours.
The guild should not go creeping in high places if they do not have the stomach for them, hmm? It is well for Happy the strange portal appeared when it did. Minsk's arm was growing achsome.
I thought you'd made your peace with the guild.
So I have. Though it is a peace made more from blade and boot than it is any sense of brotherhood. 9 Fingers forbade any looting of the Illithid's fleshy vessels. And so Minsk guards what remains of the battle site. Even from her. But where Minsk might once have thrown any sneaking scoundrels from the tower top, now I tell them of you. How you ruled the wickedness within. How they might do the same.
Yes, I'll rule it. I'll be better.
Oh, of course. It is still for Boo to decide if they live or die.
Oh God.
But enough, my friend. I cannot tell your tale if I do not know the whole of it. Minsk and Boo would know where you have been, what you have done.
You know, fighting in the hells with Karlach, fighting off devils, looking for a cure for a heart.
Oh, Boo, do you know what it would mean? To find a cure for Karlach's heart? Exactly! Her heart would be cured! Oh, when this day comes, you must come and bunk with Minsk and Boo. Fear not, we sleep in that sewer no longer. It is a different sewer, much less damp beneath the bedroll.
That's
now,
good.
Halfling, Boo will not have you embarrassing him in front of his friends. So you ought to know the rest of the company you keep. Will Ravengard, the Blade of Frontiers, Devil-Horned and Angel-Hearted. Lae'zel of Creshkiller, true child of Gith and true friend to Boo. Though she will and say it is not so.
Yeah, she will.
Astarion, who is banished by the sun itself for fear his Spanish soul might outshine it. We visit him much down in the dark places, though he often moves his lair without remembering to tell Minsk where. Shadowheart, 2 gods dogged at her soul, but she managed to keep it all for herself in the end. Wait, Boo, did she do something with her hair? Halsin, Archdruid of Arch... somewhere. He is a much better man than he smells. And there, the champion of the Hells herself. Karlach Demon's Bane, Devil's Bane, Merkul Ball and Bane. Once the guild is made of goodness once more, Bull shall scratch the hells wide open and find a way to bring her back. And finally, Jaheira. If this is a name you do not already know, then not even Boo can save you. Study them well, sneak thief. For the best among them will be a guide for your guild. Heroes who put the city before themselves, who never falter in their duty. And more than this, who never arrive to a party without even a gift for the host.
But wait!
Go, my friend. Be among our friends. There is much work yet to be done before this one is fit to join them.
Wonderful. I'm glad to see you got a fair amount to say there, Minsc. Gale and Will have scuttled off. No, there's Will. Okay.
So you made it! Now it really is a party.
Hello, Astarion.
Well, look who decided to turn up. I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. And look at you, straight from the hells, still reeking of brimstone. I take it you've been having fun.
Lots of fun. Could you join us in the Hells? Is that something that's allowed? Is there a sun in the Hells? Either way, we've been killing devils, causing chaos, can't complain.
I'd expect nothing less from someone of your talents. You always brought a whiff of madness to the battlefield. I do miss it.
What about you? How's my favourite bloodsucker getting on?
I've taken a turn as an adventurer and hero. It turns out no one actually cares about murder, as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it.
Yeah? Yeah, I could have told you that.
Yes, but you say all sorts of things. Honestly, I don't even listen half the time. It has made for a nice change, though. Inspiring hope in people, instead of terror. Well, I do try to inspire a little terror. I'm still me, after all.
Yeah, you are. So what's next? Gonna keep living the good life?
Hardly. Good people don't spend as much time lurking in the dark as I do. You know, it's funny. At first, I thought I was trapped by the shadows, cursed to live in them forever. But in time, I realized that darkness is as much a part of me as my fangs. This is only a curse as long as I refuse to embrace the shadows. So, I decided I would. I decided not to be defined by the choices other people made, by what other people did to me. My past may be done, but my present, my future, they're mine. This is who I am, in all my glory, for better and for worse.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. Acceptance looks good on you.
That being said, I haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. If the opportunity presented itself, well, I wouldn't say no. But until then, I am happy. We've had quite the journey, you and I. From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. Someone to take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye. So much as it's, see you later, darling.
Good man. Good man. Now, where's Gale and or Will? There's Gale.
Well, well. Look what the Tressim dragged in.
It's a strong Tressim.
Professor Gale Decarius of Blackstaff Academy. Educator of the esteemed School of Illusion. A pleasure to remake your acquaintance.
Blimey. Professor Gale? Come here, you.
Well, that was quite lovely. I'm glad you're as pleased to see me as I am you. I have to say, I'm quite grateful to just be Gale for the evening. I fear my students find me somewhat intimidating due to my, explosive former reputation. I seem to put the fear of the gods into them. Or the fear of Mystra, to be more specific. I surrendered the crown of Karsus to her, as I told you I would. And in return, she cured me of the orb at last. Even now, I struggle to put the feelings into words. It was like exhaling for the first time after holding my breath for so very long. Of course, I haven't clarified with my students that the orb is no longer a threat. The legend of my explosive capabilities is an excellent means of controlling a classroom. Too good, if anything. I spend most of my time trying to convince them how much fun the study of magic can be. But it'd be easier to crack a smile on an intellect devourer than some of my pupils.
Go on then, convince me. Why is illusory magic so much fun?
Illusory magic has the power to confound the senses, to render the impossible into reality, and to allow expression of that most magical attribute of all: imagination. Had you the decades to spare, I think you'd prove quite adept at it, as you did in that first lesson I taught you. It was at that moment, the weave connecting us, that I realized how much your friendship had come to mean to me, as it still does. Teaching you was hardly an effort at all. Not like my present cohort of apprentices. Oh, they try their best, of course, when they can manage to stay awake. And what of you? What are you making of this newfound lease of life we earned?
Still smashing jaws and raging at my enemies. It's bloody brilliant.
From you, I'd expect nothing less. I've told my students plenty of tales about our escapades. You're something of a hero to them, you know? I'd be delighted to introduce you to my current cohort as a guest lecturer, perhaps. I'm sure they'd have plenty of questions for you.
That sounds delightful. Teaching wizardlings how to crack skulls?
Well, I, for one, can't wait. And I say with some confidence, neither can they. Of course, you'll be most welcome to stay with me in my tower. It will give us plenty of time to catch up on your adventures. I'm very curious to know what you've been up to these past months. But I suspect the telling of that tale would keep you tied to me all evening. So, in the spirit of selflessness, I encourage you to mix and mingle for now, with time enough to come.
Excellent. I should probably catch up with the Grand Duke.
Good song, good company, good wine. I wish it could last for...
To your relief, your projection holds. It took a dozen Gish's talents, a few stolen psi crystals, and 2 10 days of effort to conjure it. You can touch, taste, and talk. But your fleshy body is in limbo, the home of the mystical Githzerai. Once the Githzerai were one with the Githyanki, until bloody civil war severed the Gith species. The Githzerai god king Menyar Ag-Gith.
Why am I suddenly getting Lae'zel all of a
through
sudden?
the cosmos. He knows of your rebellion, and he's agreed to parley. Should the Githzerai join you, you could vanquish Flakith in a red dragon's blink.
What's the word on the rebellion? I presume you've cracked open more Kithraki heads than you could possibly count.
Why is Will believing that I'm also Gith at this point? I guess we're just going to have to roll with it. Yes, I am Lae'zel. And we seek a powerful ally in the Githzerai.
Ah, diplomacy. Not so different from fighting, I find. You still grip your blade. You just hide it beneath a silken glove. I'm no stranger to it myself. A city is not rebuilt with the simple wave of a duke's hand. Bargains must be made. Coin must change hands. Tongues must be held in check. Father leaves me to my own devices, though he's got no shortage of advice when I ask for it. Still, I make the decisions I see fit. The ones I think will restore the city to glory. I serve only Baldur's Gate, not a devil of the first hell.
Well, some of that worked out all right. I've missed travelling with you, Will. You were a pleasure to be around.
I've missed you too. The rush of battles we fought, the heart-to-hearts, the nights around the fire, the comfort of knowing I didn't face the unknown alone.
If I had to do it all over again, and I'd rather not, to be clear, I can't imagine not having you at my side.
How exactly is your father doing?
Father's very well, and back in his element, commanding the Flaming Fist with as brave a heart as ever. Floric, bless her soul, convinced him to withhold the lashings and scoldings, though I know he was tempted. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's Chosen primed the Fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last Fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but with Floric's help, he's teaching the Fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered. May they all take it to heart.
I can only hope that they do.
Go on, the night's young. You shouldn't waste a moment of it. Or waste a single drop of wine for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oops, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
Good for you. And I guess, we could have a look over there at the Baldur's Mouth Gazette. We could have a look at the Chest of Grateful Words, which I believe contains letters from everyone who couldn't be here in person. But yeah, we've got to wrap up at some point. And who better to do that with
It smells so good here.
than with our girl?
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. He wasn't kidding. Where's your mad bastard? You brought us back! Commander Zula won't know where the fuck we went! Ha! Oh, man, I can't wait to say hi to everyone. Look at them, the beauts. Rest up, soldier. My tin can will be all right for the night. And you and me will get to sleep with both eyes shut for the first time in 6 months. Then again, maybe we won't sleep at all.
I like the sound of that.
Me too, my love. See you soon.
Can I have a kiss?
Come here, you goon. Oh, hey. Before you go, I've been thinking about those blueprints we found.
Oh?
Zariel's probably got a load of Cambions guarding that forge. I'm sure she knows I'll want in. She'll do anything to stop me from fixing this thing. I might have an in with one of the guards, though. You may remember my old friend Flo. Not sure she'll help us, but maybe. We might get to come home. Permanently. Maybe even sooner than we think.
Wonderful news indeed. But for now, the story comes to an end. What better way for it to end than with a kiss? Now, where do we find our chum Withers? There he is. Hello, bone friend.
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate, until such time it requires saving again. How dost thou feel?
Pretty damn good. It's nice to have a break from the house, though. It's the little things.
I am pleased to hear it. The satisfaction of one's intention is, to my surprise, a rare accomplishment. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least that much.
I think I've caught up with everyone. What comes next?
What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready, for thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving.
They're the greatest friends I could dream of.
To you.
And so, at long last, it ends. 3 playthroughs of Baldur's Gate, each more different than the last. And yet we have made our way through. And it's been a jolly fun time. The game has its issues here and there. There's the odd bug, as we saw when we apparently turned into Lae'zel during the ending there for a bit. The camera can just go straight to hell and him changing elevation in the middle of a fight. But although it's not perfect, it's perfect enough. What an absolutely amazing game. I'm glad that somebody suggested that I should give it a play for the channel, because it was a real joy to come back and play through the game and go through it 3 times. But there will be something new next week. We'll be getting back on the Souls-like train, I imagine, with one of those. We've got plenty lined up to play as our main games on the channel. If you've got any further suggestions for other things that you'd like to see me play, then feel free to jump in the Discord and suggest them. I'm very impressionable, and I may well take them on. And if you're not already subscribed, and if you haven't left a like on this video, but you've made it this far in, then what the heck is going on in your lives, my friend? Sort yourself out. And until next time, thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon.
There thou art, the dead 3. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou sought to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.